Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. Today, as you saw in the title, this is going to be a what sold video for the week of January 1st through January 6th. But before we get into the sales for the week, I wanted to say thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Prime Lister. Prime Lister offers a cloud-based Poshmark automation tool. It takes just a few minutes to set up with no apps to install. Just log into your Prime Lister account, connect your Poshmark closet, and set your automation preferences. From sharing your closet to sending offers to likers and even relisting old inventory, this cloud-based automation tool can be used on your desktop, tablet, and smartphone. Prime Lister is offering a 14-day free trial with no credit card required via the link down below. That link also gets new users 30% off their first month. This week, 4 sales were a direct result of being relisted. I'll put on the screen my automation preferences for relisting. I haven't changed these settings in months, you guys. Months. I said it once and I never thought about it again. Prime Lister finds the old items in my inventory, relists them as new in items so they come to the top of my closet when you search by just in, and deletes the old ones for me. I love that. Now let's get into this week's sales. So I have my iPad here and I'm going to read you guys some of the actual titles that I use because I got a request for keywords. So I'm going to start reading some of the titles to you guys so you have an idea of what I'm putting in the title to try to sell the item, because for me, the photos and the title are the most important things aside from the price, obviously, but I feel like people are less likely to read or look at the description or anything about the item. But if you can put everything important or the best things, the most important things in the title, that's what I shoot for. So I'm not going to read every title, but I will read some of them. Need a drink. And for those of you who are new here, I'm going to put a picture on the screen of the things that I'm talking about so you can see them as we chat about them. First, I sold this vintage calico gunny sack style handkerchief floral blouse, side tie 70s. So that's the title I used for this blouse. This was an item that got relisted by Prime Lister, and I've never had an offer on it before until it got relisted this time. I got an offer for $28 and I accepted it, so I'll make $22. Next, I sold this North Face Barbiecore pink Barbie shell jacket in nylon, size large. This is a really cute North Face ski jacket, shell jacket. It sold for $50 and I'll make $40. That was also a Poshmark sale. If I'm not mentioning where the item sold, it sold on Poshmark. If it's sold on eBay or Depop or Mercari or some other platform, I'll be sure to mention that. So if I'm not mentioning that, it sold on Poshmark. Next, I sold something else that was relisted via Prime Lister automations. I can't tell you how awesome it is to just have that going always for me. It's basically like an employee doing this task for me that I don't ever have to think about. I literally said it once and I don't ever touch it again. And it just happens as the listings reach the age limit. I think I said it at 100 days, they get relisted, and 10 items I think a day get relisted if there's that many to be relisted. Long story short, this is another item that sold because it was relisted. So this is a lot. I got these two jackets at the bins at the same time. They were the same style, same brand, same size, different color. So I put them together in a lot thinking they would maybe sell better. Mizuno lot of 2 Imperial Light Golf rain jackets, 1 blue, 1 black, size large. So that's the title I put for the listing. This is a repost that sold. It sold for $40 and I'll make $32. Next, I sold this Patagonia fleece long sleeve top in micro stripe gray, size 4T. I feel like micro stripe is keywords I like to use a lot. This little shirt sold for $20 and I'll make $16. Next, another sale that was a result of being reposted. I've had this quilt for quite some time. Obviously, I've had it listed for at least 100 days and it got reposted. This quilt, I'll read you the title. Vintage square patchwork trip around the world quilt pastel, 80 inches by 78 inches. Trip around the world, I guess, is the pattern of this particular quilt. This quilt sold because it was reposted. It sold for full price. It sold for $85 and I'll make $68. Then I sold this Free People dress. It sold on eBay. It was the first eBay sale of the year. It was a full price sale of $30 and I'll make $24. Then another eBay sale. I'm kind of surprised this sold after the holidays, but the turtleneck crew neck sweatshirt with Santa, puffy Santa graphic sold for $39 and I'll make $37. And that, like I said, that was an eBay sale. Next, I sold these Stuart Weitzman Diamond Blue 90s style jelly slides with rhinestone detail, size 10. So that's what I put in the title. I make sure, like, basically the title gives you all the information you need, unless there's like flaws. Obviously, you can't put everything in the title because you only get a certain amount of characters. But you get what I'm saying. They sold for $30 and I'll make $24. Next, I sold this J. Crew watermelon print ruffled midi dress, new with tag, size 0. It sold for $35 and I'll make $28. That was a really cute dress, and even though it was J. Crew factory, I still picked it up because it was at the bins and it was new with tags and it was super cute. And I sold some 7 For All Mankind Kylie Flare jeans in medium dark wash, long legs, and then I put 7FAMK, which is like 7 For All Mankind's like little acronym or whatever, size 26. Long legs is a keyword I always use if the length seems to be pretty long. It's like saying it's a tall size without it being a tall size. And I think people, maybe that's something people actually search for. I've had luck selling things using those keywords. So they sold for $30 and I'll make $24. Then I sold this Ralph Lauren linen blouse on eBay. This I cross-listed from Poshmark to eBay with Prime Lister. And it sold within 24 hours for $54 and I'll make $38. Then another eBay sale, this Ancient Mew Pokemon full graphic hoodie sold. It sold for $40 and I'll make $32. Then I sold this vintage Italian leather belt in mint green silver filigree, size medium large. It sold for $20 and I'll make $16. Then I sold a bundle on Poshmark. This was a cute bundle. It was 2 items, a vintage Colorado Ride the Rockies t-shirt and a vintage 70s Sears button-up shirt that had like faces on it. It was pretty cool. It was just like a casual button-up shirt, but I love the like pointy collar from that era. This bundle sold for $48 and I'll make $38. And they met this person who bought it, messaged me, and they were like, thank you so much. I had so much fun shopping your closet. I'll be back. Like, I love buyers like that. I love buyers where they're so excited to get these things that I personally found that I like, that, I don't know, that's just one reason why I really like being a reseller, is like making people happy with things that made me happy. I don't know. Anyways, then I sold these Terramar silk glove liners in black. They were a little kid's liner glove. They sold for $15 and I'll make $12. I love picking up accessories at the bins because they don't weigh a lot and they don't take up a lot of space. Next, I sold this Carl Connie Jean Company vintage big logo crew neck sweatshirt, size 2XL. It sold for $29 and I'll make $21. I feel like when things have big logos on them, that's something to put. Big logo or all over logo or all over graphic, something to that effect. It sold for $29 and I'll make $21. I don't know if I said that already. Then I sold this New Scotland 100% cashmere sweater in latte/pink, micro stripe, size extra small. I like putting micro stripe, like I said. And instead of saying something is tan or brown, I don't know why, I like coming up with better words than that to describe the color, like latte or caramel, or, you know, just something more than just basic. I don't know. For being a cashmere sweater, I'm surprised this didn't sell for more, but it sold for $38 and I'll make $30. Next, this Eileen Fisher sweater sold. It was a shaped rib cardigan in blue shale tinsel organic cotton silk blend, new. It sold for $39 and I'll make $29. I had that one for a long time, so I'm okay with getting such a low price on a brand new Eileen Fisher item, because Eileen Fisher is very pricey. Next, another cashmere sweater sold. This is a Wyeth, New York waterfall cashmere sweater in gray, size medium. This is a listing that I've had forever because it doesn't even have the background of it whited out like I do now. I white out. I don't use just the wall anymore. I used to just put the photos up using just the wall, but now I white everything out using Photo Room. And this doesn't even have any of the photos whited out, with the backgrounds whited out, so I know it's an older listing. It sold for 10 and I'll make 7. I'm glad to see it go. Happy sale. I sold this vintage West Virginia University tee. It's a single stitch graphic t-shirt in size medium. Single stitch, if you have a vintage item, is a good key term to put. Don't put it if it's not single stitch, but single stitch is something people look for. It sold for 20 and I'll make 13. Then I sold these Lululemon ABC pants in ink, size 32. They sold for 51 and I'll make 40. Lululemon is something that I don't really like venture out with keywords because they have a name, they have a style, they have a fabric name, they have a color typically. So I try to use all of those words instead of coming up with my own for that brand. They sold for 51 and I'll make 40. I don't know if I said that. Next, the Silverado Vintage Serape Striped Belle Flare Western Pull-On Pants, high rise, small, sold. They sold for 29 and I'll make 21. These were another repost via Prime Lister. For these, I would say the keywords are Belle Flare, Western, and high rise. Then I sold a backcountry mock neck sweater in black and white stripes, size extra large. It sold for 20 and I'll make 16. And looking at that title, I wish I would have put what the fabric content was, wool or cotton, because looking at the item just from the picture you can't tell, so I wish I would have put that in there. Next, a Threadia Sherpa hoodie in black brown geometric print, size large, sold. This garment, actually, I bought it knowing that the zipper was completely broken. The main zipper was completely broken. It doesn't work, and that's how I listed it, and it still sold for 42 and I'll make 31. This brand I found before, not in broken condition, and it sold very quickly for a good bit of money, so that's why I was not afraid to pick it up with a broken zipper. And my last sale so far for the week, because I haven't had any sales yet today, it is 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. I sold this Noble Pace sports bra in ink, size medium. It sold for 25 and I'll make 20. So that's it for this week's sales, you guys. Right here, for anyone who cares, on the screen is my gross and my net for the week. I wouldn't say that's too terrible considering I only worked basically half a week this week since I wasn't feeling well. I'm feeling 99.9% better today, so that's great. If you guys wouldn't mind letting me know below in the comments if you found me reading the keywords, like the titles to you, so you could know some of the keywords I was using helpful, that would be great. Should I keep doing that? Is that how I should do it moving forward? Please let me know your thoughts. If anyone uses the Prime Lister free trial, please let me know how you like it. For me, Prime Lister takes things off of my plate. It saves me time. It does things for me that now I don't even have to think about anymore. I used to have to schedule in time of my week to sit down and repost things that were old on Poshmark. And I know that Poshmark has that feature where you can copy a listing, but that does take a lot of time. If you sit there and manually do that, it does take a lot of time. This does it for me and I don't have to ever think about it. Anyways, if you watched this video, I so appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on your way out, that would be awesome. See you next time, friends. Bye.